Hi, my name is Pastor Jerry Ingalls from First Baptist Church in Newcastle, Indiana, and we are on a journey together of studying the Bible, one chapter at a time. I'm writing a short devotional thought on every chapter of the Bible that I'm sharing that with you. Today we're looking at 1 Kings chapter 2. Have you ever felt like the greatest threat to your own happiness and well-being was not from the outside, but from the enemy within? In his final charge to Solomon, King David commanded the new king to deal with the enemies within his own gates. He started with these instructions recorded in 1 Kings chapter 2, verses 2 through 4, and I quote, "I am going the way of all the earth. Be strong, therefore, and show yourself a man. Keep the charge of the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, his commandments, his ordinances, and his testimonies, according to what is written in the law of Moses, that you may succeed in all that you do, and wherever you turn, so that the Lord may carry out his promise, which he spoke concerning me, saying, quote, if your sons are careful of their way to walk before me in truth with all their heart and with all their soul, so you shall not lack a man on the throne of Israel." Wow. See, David started right there dealing with the heart of his son Solomon. Wisely, David gave Solomon God's instructions for a king from Deuteronomy 17, verses 18 to 20, and passed on to his son God's covenantal promise from 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 to 16. You see, David believed that the greatest threat to Solomon would be the enemies within the gate, which included people like Joab and Shimei, 1 Kings chapter 2, verses 5 to 9. By the end of the chapter, it looked as if the enemies within the gate had been dealt with successfully, except for one, Solomon. Solomon seemingly didn't deal with the worst of his enemies, the one that is within, the one that David warned him of the most, himself. As we will see in the very next chapter, Solomon sowed the seeds of his own failure, not from a lack of wisdom, but from a lack of submission to God's ways in the most intimate places of his life. Check out Deuteronomy 17, verse 17, and 1 Kings 11, verses 1 to 6. Seize the moment and, quote, watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flow the springs of life. Proverbs 4, verse 23. Seize the moment.